golfers, Dean with golfallyear.com, and today's video is a video I've been wanting to do for a while now. I just purchased the PRGR launch monitor, and I wanted to compare it with my Swing Caddie 200. And so I really like the Swing Caddie 200, but I wanted to test it against another budget launch monitor, the PRGR. And so I'm going to test it out in terms of the statistics that it provides and see if there any difference in the stats that each of these launch monitors gives us. And so let's take a look. I'm going to be hitting a 7-iron, a 5-iron, and then my driver, and I'm going to compare the stats of carry distance. I'm focusing on carry distance. The Swing Caddie only does carry distance. The PRGR does both carry distance and total distance. So we'll look at carry distance, and then we'll also look at the swing speed and the ball speed. So let's take a look at those stats and see how they compare.
$143 yards. 140 yards. 135 yards. 139 yards. 139 yards. 141 yards. 131 yards. 138 yards. 133 yards. 139 yards. 166 yards. 121 yards. 152 yards. 153 yards. 152 yards. 154 yards. 158 yards. 202 yards. 203 yards. 216 yards. 186 yards. 224 yards. 224 yards. 209 yards. 215 yards. 205 yards. 214 yards. 211 yards.
All right, golfers. So there you have some of the stats from the PRGR and the Swing Caddy 200. They are about the same price. The PRGR is actually just under $200. The Swing Caddy 200 was 250 when I purchased it. Might have gone up a little bit, close to 300 now. I'll put some links down below for you to get those if you're interested. But I was very surprised at the results of hitting the 7-iron, the 5-iron, and the driver and comparing the stats. They were really, really close. In terms of the 7-iron, they were right on in terms of carry distance. They were about a mile per hour off in each of swing speed and ball speed, so extremely close when hitting the 7-iron. When I moved up to the 5-iron, the carry distance was a little bit different. The PRGR had it carrying about 5 yards further, but the other stats were again about within 1 mile an hour in terms of swing speed and ball speed. And then when we moved up to the driver again, it was about 5 mile an hour difference. But this time, the swing caddy actually was about 5 mile an hour more than the PRGR. But again, the mile an hour of the swing speed and the ball speed was very close, very relatable. So they're pretty similar. I know that these are very accurate. They've been compared to, the high-end launch monitors, and they're pretty darn accurate. They're pretty much the same in terms of the stats. One's a little bit less expensive than the other one. I'll do a full review of both and kind of give you my opinion on both after doing the stats, and I'll let you know which one I prefer to use, and we will go from there. But I really was impressed with how accurate in terms of they were the same in their stats overall. So take that with what you will. Hope you subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of videos out there and a lot of videos on my channel that might help you get better at golf. And so that's the goal. Hope to see you on the course.